Hello garden lovers! We sure are having some beautiful weather the last few weeks. I wish spring lasted a lot longer here in Southern California. We are already seeing some low 90s this weekend, which pepper plants love, but once the mid 90s hit here, we need to protect our tomato plant blossoms. And we've been planning our defense with some 50% shade cloth strategically located to keep our tomato blossoms as happy as possible to avoid blossom drop. Also wanted to mention our next video we will be going over our irrigation setup, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified to not miss anything. Before we get into what we are planting, sowing, and growing here at Southern California Gardening, we are stopping by our apple tree to look at the beautiful baby mama. She made a nest and is sitting on another clutch of eggs. We love that she lives in our garden. She's been here for a couple years and hopefully she'll be here for a couple more. Alright, so this month we sowed some red Malabar spinach seeds. May is a great time to start some Malabar spinach. We sprinkled some seeds under this bamboo trellis, sprinkled a little bit of soil on top, and they're starting to pop up. We grow red Malabar spinach. It is so beautiful. The blossoms are purpley pink with dark red vines. It is going to look so beautiful climbing all over this trellis. We will make sure to feature it in an upcoming garden tour. This month we have been moving our chili pepper plants out of the greenhouse. We have over 50 different varieties growing to make spices, salsas, hot sauces, and of course we do our annual hatch green chili roast and freeze. Our hot sauce trio blend is in the works, but like everything else, it is taking time, and time is something that we are limited on. But what we have so far is so delicious. And once we have the blends perfected, we will be selling them on our website, southerncaliforniagardening.net. We are getting our chili peppers transplanted into raised beds prepared with lots of compost. We are adding some Dr. Earth fertilizer because it is high in calcium, which helps the cell wall development for chili pepper plants, tomato plants, and lots of other veggie plants. Since we do a no-dig and we are harvesting at soil level, it's fun to see the growth, especially kale plants, lettuce plants, will continue to put out shoots of more greens. We use this hole digger to remove just enough soil for the transplant to fit in. Then we use this weed tool to mix the fertilizer in with the soil. Look at all the beautiful root growth. These guys were started January 22nd, and this transplanting was filmed about a week ago. So about 14 weeks worth of growth. And if you haven't tried the Black Magic jalapeno, you gotta give it a try. Super delicious, perfect heat. Love when I run into these beautiful guys. This round of chili peppers in, and this weekend we will be getting in about 30-something hatch green chili plants. We're topping this serrano on the right side. It's going to be fun to watch the side-by-side comparison of these two chili plants. The top chili plant will bush out, making a much more productive chili plant. We started an arugula garden in this area this month. It used to self-seed itself here a couple years ago. Not sure what happened last year. It's possible that the seeds were removed when we were weeding the area because the grass tends to plant itself over here as well, so we remove it. But the arugula loves growing in this area, so we started it again. We love adding arugula to our different salad recipes, and it also gives a nice kick to smoothies. We sowed some squash seeds in April and forgot to add it to our April garden video. And we just recently got them transplanted Here they are doing pretty good. Got these seeds from my mama last year. Excited to try this grilled acorn squash recipe. And we got this vining squash seeds from our friend Marcy. It's going to be fun to watch it climb up this trellis. If you're interested in the design, we'll attach a link in the upper right-hand corner. Looks like we have lots of pea seeds to harvest, but there's still a few here to snack on. Same with zucchini. We started seeds in cells on April 1st, forgot to add them to the April garden video, and here they are about a month and a half later. We transplanted them recently and they've really taken off. They are growing super fast. It's shocking, but it happens to be our first time growing zucchini. Just because we're not a big fan of cooked zucchini, but we're gonna try and make some spicy pickled zucchini spears. Seeing other gardens with zucchini growing and how fast it grows, it looks super fun, so had to give it a try. I hear some munching behind me. Looks like little buddy is helping himself to some more peas. So you could see here and back at the clip where the zucchini plant's growing, we have to add soil. Our natural soil is DG, decomposed granite, so you can't grow in that. So over the years we have added Edna's Best and compost on top of the DG and have created all of our different growing areas. This guy is a little pea monster. Since there are lots of baby transplants going in the beds this month, we want to give them the best possible start, so we are brewing up a bunch of batches of compost tea. We're making a few batches to feed our newly planted chili peppers, tomatoes, squash, zucchinis, artichokes, watermelons, cantaloupe, and we use Boogie Brew and Dr. Earth. We are getting ready to transplant our corn this month. Funny, but not really. We sowed seeds last month and it turns out the seeds have expired. They didn't sprout at all, so we got more sowed a couple weeks ago. These are actually golden bantam, not natural sweet. We will get them thinned out this weekend, get them popped in this bed where the bed is prepared with lots of compost, but we will also mix in some organic blood meal. We would love to direct sow our corn seeds, but it's just too risky because of the different stages of grubs all around our beds. Last year we direct sowed our corn and ended up having grubs attack several plants, so we had to start seeds in cells and then fill in the spots where the grubs damaged the direct seeded corn. So it's just a waste of time to direct seed for our growing environment. And this was a treat. We harvested some moringa seeds last month. This is our first time getting moringa seeds, which we're stoked on because moringa plants are very expensive. We will be adding some moringa bushes to a few areas. They can be grown as trees or bushes. We have 2 moringa trees growing on our property. One is doing great, one not so great. This moringa tree is doing excellent. We are working on a video going into detail about growing your own moringa tree and its health benefits. It is an excellent nutrient-dense green to grow. We add fresh leaves to smoothies, or you can dehydrate and add to dishes. We also transplanted our tomatillo plants this month. Tomatillo plants require cross-pollination, so for best production, it's important to grow 2 or more plants near each other. They also get huge, so we placed ours in front of this invisible trellis. We have an old and very poor quality video we did on the design of this trellis, and one day when we get some more time we will update it. Tomatillos are a staple ingredient in the best salsa in the world, our friend Caesar's recipe. Yum, can't wait to make some. We are very excited to add wasabi root to our garden this year. We got this from Territorial Seeds. Apparently, most of the wasabi that you get at restaurants is actually horseradish with food coloring. I'm not sure if that's really true, but we are very excited to be adding wasabi root. And looking at the variety that Territorial Seeds sells here, we're going to have to add coffee next. Also, it's going to be interesting to see how it does. In reading the instructions, it seems pretty difficult for our growing area. It needs all shade, needs to stay moist. So we found this whiskey barrel, and it does stay in shade for most of the day, but got a shade cloth over it, made sure it has its own little irrigation sprinkler. And so far, it's doing really well. It's establishing nicely. So excited to see how it goes. We are also planting more turmeric this month. We got this super fun variety from Baker Creek. It's a beautiful pale blue color. And my mom has an amazing, outstanding turmeric ginger juice recipe that she drinks each week that helps the joints stay happy. She has 0 aches and pains, and I have lots of joint pain due to my blood disease, so she started making it for me as well. And another fun surprise, we have a volunteer pumpkin plant growing by our compost bins. We normally start our pumpkins in June, so that will be part of what we are planting, sowing, and growing in June. But look how great this guy is doing. So May seems like a good time to start pumpkins as well. They keep for months after harvest, so you'll still have them around for the fall season. I believe this one was Grizzly that was growing here last year. Love when the plants pop up on their own. All right, that's it for now. For more short videos on growing food in Southern California in a hot deserty climate, hit the subscribe button, and remember, something doesn't come from nothing. Hope you guys enjoy your week and enjoy your garden.